Welcome to episode 1 of Tales of Video Game Fails, a video series where we will examine and review video game concepts that didn't quite go as planned. Before Steam hit the scene to provide a portal for game downloads as a service, and long before Microsoft and Sony unveiled their Xbox Live and PlayStation Network platforms respectively, Sega attempted to bring game downloads to your home. In this episode, we will be remembering an early concept of downloadable console video games, the Sega Channel. In 1994, the US video game market was headed by two rival companies, Sega with the Genesis and Nintendo with the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, or SNES. While there were other game companies with competing products, at the time most households had either the SNES or the Genesis. In an attempt to edge out ahead of Nintendo, Sega introduced Sega Channel, a subscription-based service provided through your cable company that would give you the ability to play up to 50 games a month on your Genesis.
Call now for our special holiday deal. Sega Channel. It can turn into...
Thank you, Mother.
Get hooked in.
For a one-time $25 activation fee and a monthly fee of $15, your cable company would send you one of two possible adapter units that plug directly into the Genesis cartridge slot. These adapters were made by two companies, Scientific Atlanta and General Instrument. Although they looked different, they worked the same and were both officially licensed by Sega. After subscribing to the service and receiving the adapter, the user would plug it into their Genesis, connect it to the coaxial cable television connection, and be instantly connected to the service with unlimited access to 50 games that are selectable through an on-screen menu. New games were set to appear each month. The system also featured additional content with menu-accessible cheats and tips, special modification of retail games such as Earthworm Jim, short playable previews of upcoming games called test drives, and other bonus content. One of the more notable aspects of the Sega Channel was that they had a few games in their revolving library that never got official releases here in the US. Games like Pulseman, Wily Wars, Alien Soldier, Golden Axe 3, and about 8 others. It was never made clear why these great top-shelf games never got large-wide physical releases in the US. Some have speculated that Sega kept these games as Sega Channel exclusives so that they could sell more subscriptions.
Just ask for Sega Channel this holiday. You get unlimited on-demand play of up to 50 different games for less than $15 a month.
At the time of the Sega Channel's run of activity, cable television viewers were shown a large amount of advertisements promoting the service, owing to the fact that the service required the user to have cable TV already. It wasn't just Sega's advertising budget paying for these ads. Most cable companies were forced to upgrade new equipment into their head end, so they had time and money invested in the service as well. It wasn't uncommon at all to stumble across a Sega Channel infomercial at 2 a.m.
My friends and I used to sit around and talk about boys, but now we talk about our Sega Channel game scores.
Is this cool or what?
Although the concept was solid and it technically worked well, cable companies didn't get the amount of subscribers necessary to offset the cost of the units at approximately $100 each, the cost of the head-end equipment, and money spent on advertising. Cable companies slowly began to pull the plug on the project until Sega finally closed the service completely on July 31st, 1998. Cable companies issued an equipment return request to the remaining users. Those that chose not to comply got a bill for the cost of the adapter, and those that sent the Sega Channel adapter back would never see it again. According to a Cox Cable representative in San Diego, all the units recovered were destroyed. Today, some Sega Channel adapter units remain in the wild, popping up from time to time in secondhand stores and on internet auction sites. Although these units are unplayable and practically useless, they are still sought out by collectors and people who want to capture their childhood nostalgia for a fun, though failed, piece of video game history called Sega Channel. On the next episode of Tales of Video Game Fails, we take a look at Atari's foray into the home console market during the 90s, the Jaguar.